have looked so good. Remember, Stewie 2K is going to be main AWP on Mirage as well, so that's going to be a factor. He's been playing really, really well.
I tend to agree with what you're saying about Overpass as well. So if Mirage goes ENCE's way, Inferno's going to be a heck of a decider between these two. Liquid did not pick this. ENCE did. Liquid are still decent on it. 60% win rate with this lineup, but over the history of Liquid, they've played it many times in important matches, and sometimes it's come up shy for them. Alexi B already realizing that they've lost on Vent. They're going to play a retake game toward A with 3 in CT and try and contain Liquid as they walk back in through connector. Bomb already down, X7, making sure that anyone lurking in the shadows toward mid will be caught off. Let his teammates have a little bit more confidence in their retake positions at CT. 1 kit. Ariel's the one that has it. Excuse me, Alexi B's the one that has it. Ariel's got the kill. Now they're finding why X7 is sitting back, and what a great retake it is. They played this on purpose and completely destroyed Liquid.
Yeah, retake, the absolute operative word there. That was fantastic from ENCE. Allowing the bomb to go down seems like a scary procedure, but once it does, you can see them triangulating around the bomb side there, hitting absolutely every shot. Liquid don't even have a response to it. They get a single kill in a 5-on-5 post-plant situation, so ENCE pick up a clean one. In my opinion, they are the favorites on Mirage. That's a strong start for them on the CT side. And we have got any sort of investment here from Liquid. I see a Deagle for Twist, and an AK is coming out as well. I don't think they'll fully commit to the investment. I feel like it's just a 1 AK for Stewie, who has been their star player this event. So that makes sense. We saw this yesterday from FaZe. I think it was Olofmeister that ran with this. Oh, God.
Good start from Naf. Good response from Liquid. That was 10 seconds into the round. It's pretty impressive stuff that he's able to find one so early on, and Stewie already actually having the confidence to walk out Palace and peer into the site, despite there's so many angles that would face off against him. Alu gets damage into Elige, top side of middle, has to back away from it though. Can't overcommit to that position. Nitro's taking a lot of damage toward B as well.
Yeah, that was through the smoke. The UMP spam actually takes him down to just 9 points of health here. Sure, they got the first kill courtesy of the 1D, but I don't think they'll find much more. We need that AK of Stewie to arrive.
And that's actually smart from Stewie. Rather than committing to Palace solo with the gun, he wraps back around after the initial contact, works with his teammates so that when he goes down, Twist immediately still has the AK to work with. And Naf is on it again. Second kill with the Deagle.
Oh, damn. Well, 4 versus 3 now. They might have a say in this. Remember, Twist will have the AK, but no armor. It was only Stewie that invested in that. Sergey holding towards CT spawn, just waiting for the full commitment before he swings out.
3 to hold. You mentioned no armor, but if they can get in without having to make too much contact at this point, bomb should be at least secure. Beyond that, the duels in the post plant would be spectacular. Twist with the AK manages to get one afterward. He's still at 100 HP. It's a 2-on-2. Naf, with his 2 kills, is going to go hunting further with the Deagle, and they overlook his position. X7 down. Alu's found by the AK, and it all works out for Liquid.
Well, there it is. A very special round there, courtesy of Nafly. That Desert Eagle towards middle. That's pretty much your most appealing opening option there. He manages to nail the first shot back towards the A side, gets another. Stewie, sure, doesn't do huge amounts of damage with the AK, but Twist certainly does. It's Naf with 3 in total, and Team Liquid will steal the round with only 1 weapon invested into it. We are going to have a force in return from ENCE. This time, just pistols across the board, no rifles for them. They have Deagles, 5.7s, and a CZ. They have no utility apart from 1 flashbang. Suggests to me they'll be maybe trying to focus towards that Palace position, get flashed in and swing round. They currently hold 2 players above Shadow here, as Liquid will present a very slow default here, just waiting for any sort of aggression. They have got rifles across the board as well. Maybe 1 MAC-10 would have been nice here just to detect a potential stack, but fortunately for them, it's a pretty default setup in the CTs.
So Stewie back inside of connector. Elige with him. Stewie's got to be so careful not to be caught off by Alexi B. They managed to take him down before the flash takes away the vision, so stared into it purposefully. All is going very well until 1 kill comes in from Alu, but even that's not to be too much of a concern because 2 in a row for Liquid and 4 stay alive.
Absolutely true. It was the full investment from ENCE as well. We're going to have a timeout here. I think this is a small sound issue.
Just want to note, we talked about Furia and their use for the Krieg.
Yes.
How they brought that onto the T side. They're the only team that's really done the homework on it or taken the time to learn or get comfortable, whatever it may be, with that weapon. Elige formerly did use it and was quite comfortable. Magisk was another one who's actually, interestingly enough, not gone toward it. He was doing it before the patch, before it came down in price. But Elige is using it again here, so just take note of that.
MBK tweeted yesterday that he did 1,000 kills with the Krieg on Deathmatch after seeing Furia play. So
it's inspiring, right?
He's interested.
Elise would have played against them. Well, did play against them, and is certainly inspired by that, perhaps, or sees value in it. Maybe he didn't want to be the guinea pig, but now that he sees reason.
Yeah, it's a very strong weapon. If you haven't watched the other games in the tournament so far, it's Furia that really have been the spearhead of the Krieg operation. They've been showing us how powerful that weapon can be. Everyone knows the scope is great, but they've really mastered the close-range battles as well with that weapon. It's been impressive, and it shows its value. It's definitely exciting to see them rise to the semi-finals here. A team that we knew they were decent, but they really turned some heads here in Dallas. As we have this small sound issue, looks like we're just going to get a match medic in. So hopefully we'll be underway with round number 4 momentarily. You haven't missed anything. This will just be a full eco from ENCE after force buying the previous round. So should just be the USPs here, not much else. Team Liquid almost certainly going to go up 3-1 here. It's one of their players, just to know, that's dropped out the server.
Hopefully he can get back in quickly.
Do you think we'll get to Inferno at this point? I feel like Overpass is just such a lock-in for Liquid.
Yeah, this is the key to the series for me for ENCE. And I think if we get to Inferno, there's a chance they could win it. Absolutely. The way Alu's playing on the AWP, we know that he absolutely loves that map. The way that they're executing and how much speed and precision they have on entry, certainly. But it really does hinge quite heavily on Mirage, in my opinion.
Yeah,
of course, we say that. I could see them somehow in a world winning Overpass. It's not like it's guaranteed, but it certainly is on paper, statistically, as we have to look at it from an objective point of view, definitely Liquid's map.
Yeah, that's absolutely Liquid's best map right now, I would say. I think we heard Nafly in the interviews before the game started say that Overpass is just a really strong map for them so far. ENCE have to veto Vertigo, of course. They just don't play it. It's too much of a risk. Liquid have had a few showings on it.
Well, that's exactly it. The problem is now, if you're going to ban, whoever bans first, you either float Vertigo and risk it, or you ban it out and you have to allow someone to bring in a map that they're more preferable on, which is, in this case, Overpass.
Well, looks like we are underway. We will have round 4 coming in momentarily. It's Liquid losing the pistol, but Nafly answering back in due course with the Desert Eagle. That was fantastic. It's left Liquid in an advantageous position now, looking to find a 3-1 lead on their T side, and I would dare say that's absolutely locked in. There's going to be one flashbang purchase for the ENCE side. That's by Alu. And when you can see one flashbang, you might see 3 or 4 players towards connector, maybe 2 towards short. And they'll flash over and try and pounce towards middle. That's a tactic we're seeing a lot these days. Whether it comes out is yet to be seen. It can be good for a couple of kills. Probably not going to win you the round, though, however.
So Naf has rejoined the server. Liquid with all rifles.
It's always a final we have this issue. straight into the action.
Yeah.
And then slow it down around 3.
And perhaps it's something that earlier in the event they wouldn't have cared as much about, but it is a final. You have to consider that. Exactly. So you want everything to be perfect. Sometimes too much so. I know that some people, myself included, even in, I'll again reference, it might be off topic to some of you, but hockey for me, if I was in a more important game, suddenly the skates feel awkward on my feet. They're not tied to the right tension, and you just notice those little details more because there's so much more at stake and so much more attention to the detail.
Well, they are just wrapping things up. It looks like the team's big issue is fixed. We are back underway officially. Thank you for bearing with us, ladies and gentlemen. Back underway here with the grand final between ENCE and Team Liquid. We're currently on the pick of ENCE here. Mirage has been a great map for them the last 3 months. Actually got a 100% record at it, 8 times played. Liquid will have 60% with 10 maps played. And we'll see if they can potentially steal this pick of ENCE away. If they do, I dare say the 2-0 might be locked in. Time will tell as we get into the next round here. Shouldn't be anything too flashy from the Liquid boys, although they might lose a frag here. Nitro swings around to protect himself. He does go down to 55. Elise is 17. So some damage inflicted here. So there might be a couple of kills on the agenda.
Elise couldn't quite get anything done with the Krieg scope that time, but it only helps Twist because they walk up to try and tackle him, and he's there to get all 3 when they arrive at the top of the ramp. 3-1 for Liquid.
Well, this is where the game gets interesting. Alu will not have enough for absolutely everything here. He actually just gets the glass cannon AWP. He is going to be such an influential factor in this series to see Whether he can open things up in round 5, I assume he goes towards the window at the start. He's actually heading towards the B side of the map, so he could be focusing towards shorts. Looks like Liquid are not slowing down here at all, man. They're going to send 3 players quickly in towards B with a flashbang.
But interestingly enough, because Alu elected to go middle via catwalk, there's 2 players close to the site. So X7 getting the first kill. Alexi already gets back in the corner. He may go down, but they won't expect the AWP to be so close. Excellent arch smokes, however. That's going to cut off the op. The problem is that Aerial's also rotated back in. Bomb goes down. And ENCE almost had the perfect setup to shut this down, execution or otherwise.
Yeah, and they've actually bought enough time for rotations at this point. I dare say they've got this one. Not until Twist arrive. Back and forth we go. It will be him left in the 2-on-1 now.
Big shot for Nitro to not hit. He had to find that toward window. That would have allowed Twist to walk in and get the bomb. It sits dead center of the site, meaning it can be seen from window, it can be seen from the arch. And it certainly can be seen by Sergey, who's found Twist, and it's now 3-2.
Well, there's Liquid just trying to set the pace of the game there, knowing that ENCE wouldn't have a perfect buy. As we mentioned, Alu with the glass cannon, it didn't have a full array of utility either. Try to throw in that quick B round there just to get under their skin, maybe beat the incendiary there if they even had one. It was actually looking pretty good. They got some opening frags, but couldn't get much further. The silence M4 protects, and we go 3-2. Another gun round on the cards, though, as Liquid still have healthy fun. They've still got one more buy available to themselves after winning that eco. Back at the default now, slower pace for sure. Just waiting for the initial exchange. It's actually Nitro that swallows a grenade at the very start, down to 44. X7 won't be aware of how much damage he's done, but it's perfect considering he's only got the UMP.
Stewie. Twist underneath, so mid controlled, but Alu, second time he's been on catwalk, and this time doesn't have to look behind him. He can focus on the task. Does exactly that to take down Elige, and Aerial has jungle covered off. Alexi's got the CPL position, so Liquid had a full sense of security that mid was gifted so easily. It was almost a trap set by ENCE. Somehow, though, they've managed to work out connector and find a kill in the A site that takes that all out the window, because now they've got to wrap back around towards CT. Alu with the bomb to be planted, backside triple. Naf gonna stay at sandwich. Good nade. They managed to get forward, but it finds Sergey, and he finds X7, who is running from it. So it's a perfect bit of utility. Alu with the kill in return, though, brings it back to a 2-on-2. Twist has not moved, and he's gonna see the shadow, making it, I was gonna say easy. Not quite efficient, but still gets the kill to Alexi B, who was unsuspecting as he dropped to the ground, and Alu's left with an op. I don't think any chance. Knows where Twist is, but not where Stewie has gone.
He'll touch the bomb, but he has almost no chance of winning this now, Matt. He's got no kit. He might as well save the weapon. Liquid have checked it. They've confirmed the round after losing the first pick. It was a very clean pushing towards the A side. Getting through connector just as the smoke goes down. A Molotov deep in towards jungle to push the CT back. Followed up with a flashbang as well. It was so discombobulating for the CT. Stewie 2K with a really nice opening frag. And then that sequence of Nap as well. That was beautiful. The AG grenade, the spray through the boxes as well. And just does a ton of damage over here. Really, really strong stuff, and this is looking good for Naf. He's had some great moments so far, and we're already going into round number 7, where ENCE will have to take another eco, but they have got Alu's AWP. If you remember yesterday on Train against FaZe, he actually looked fantastic with that weapon.
Palace. Stewie already making contact, realizing that there's quite a bit of traffic inside of the A site, and knowing the money situation, bomb left in spawn, so they could dissect this. Naturally, they'll head the other direction on the map, over toward the B site instead, and inside of middle with the Krieg. Elise just waiting to see if the rotations will follow. Stewie doing the same toward A. Be a little bit careful. Dinked and dropped. AK available. And there is a bit of a rotation that's gone through CT, so this isn't necessarily clear-cut for Liquid. The fact that Elise is getting these kills on the A side as well might encourage them to come back around. And they've got to be very cautious, because inside of middle, luckily Twist found X7. Because the kill on the A site and the AK picked up, this could be a problem for them.
Yeah, this is actually looking a little bit worrying for Liquid here. They just need one more kill to guarantee things. But Aerial's been so aggressive, but it will cost him in the end. Alu from the connector giving this a go now. You'd think he'd hit that, but not going to be the case. And it will be Liquid keeping 3 players alive there. A little bit too careless that round, I would say. Too many solo commitments towards that A side, but it's absolutely fine. They keep 3 players up. It'll be 5-2 in their favor. ENCE, after taking the eco, can definitely buy into this round. Alu again has the AWP, but there's so many compromises. They have not got a single kit or incendiary. If Liquid have thrown that quick B round again, they might be onto something. It's going to be more of a default towards mid control, though. Alu will be in the middle, but the smoke down. They'll have to rattle off some shots and reposition.
Note as well, Alu has gone cat twice, but he's not one you often see going for the window jump to get to cat. So the fact that there's a gap, which Nitro's watching, we talked about Furia getting the smoke right and not leaving one. It may not be as much of an issue just due to the timing if Alu's not willing to take the chance on that movement. Down connector, they can see above it toward the site. Sergey's taken down immediately. Stewie. He'll find Alexi and somehow turns around to get aerial. Now he can head toward the window where he's got, potential third. Potential was absolutely the right word for it, but it's not acted upon, and Alu gets the kill in return as well as the gun.
Well then, it's Stewie 2K. Remarkable 180. A couple of kills, Elige follows it up. That's the third he was wanted, and it will be a 3 versus 1 now. X7 with a smoke, and the Org might be able to get his kill towards window, but actually denied it. As Elige falls back towards their side, they're grouping up now and trying to confirm their success.
It's important to note right now that he is sitting in this position hoping he's gifted a kill and not actually pursuing any further. Okay, well, he's thrown that. I was going to say because there's an op down directly to his left. So I thought he might actually just sit, see if he could find a kill and then get out with the AWP, but he actually commits to it. And that's going to give Liquid their 6th round.
It absolutely is. And we arrive at maximum loss bonus, I think, as well. 4th stage, $2,900 per player on the ENCE side. And this is the moment for Stewie that really turned around on his head. How he gets that kill, that's insane. Oh my God. Stewie 2K's had a fantastic tournament, but that was something quite special. And with the 4th stage loss bonus again, ENCE will be down to an eco here. No AWP this time. PC50s, 5.7s and Deagles. They've had plenty of these. It's getting frustrating for them. Their map pick. And presumably going to be down 7-2. If they can win one of these rounds, that would put some of the wind in their sails. They've gone for a B stack this time. 4 players holding on. They've got a smoke and a flashbang to aid them, but it would be strange if Liquid fully committed towards B, but they've actually got 5 players heading in that direction. This is why you want to run the defaults and poke and prod a little bit beforehand. You can see they've lost control of the underpass as well. This does not look good for Liquid. It doesn't bode well at all.
Barred off in the window. Look at Sergey in behind. 1, maybe more. Nade's going to soften them up. Stewie's able to get it back down, and the Elige finds aerial from Cap, but he's committed. And his team was backing out. Now they realize they need to get closer. No, they don't. No, they don't. Elige can do it all himself. Alexi B, the only one left.
Well, a little bit scrappier than they would have liked, but Elige, with the godlike spray from short, that will, oh my goodness, that will keep them alive for sure. He really saved the day there. That was a bit of mismanagement from Liquid there. Should have run the default, should have got some intel first, just slowed it right down. An early commitment towards B could have been troublesome, but they managed to negate any threat on the other side. Well, Elige does, I should say. Look at this go. Long-range spray, and it looks so accurate as well. The final kill towards the connector, that was very impressive indeed. All power for Alu again. They do have kits and grenades this time. Alu with no utility, so they still don't feel quite established just yet. They won the pistol and they've had a follow-up gun round since then. Stewie 2K, as I mentioned, the main AWP on Mirage. He'll be taken out early. Same story for Elige. It's much better for ENCE.
Good timing. Going back to minutes, the smoke was gone, but you can see the effects of the aim punch. He was lost and had no control of the second shot. Still enough for Aerial to capitalize on it. So a 3rd round and a bit of money to work with still because they keep 3 alive. They'll be able to distribute the wealth, and I think, and I have, seen a double up setup.
Well, this is when they can really get on their feet now. This is where ENCE want to be. This is their final form. They've got all the weapons they need now. They've got the defuse kits and the grenades to follow it up. So I feel like they'll start to really assert their dominance now. There's a reason they picked Mirage. They are very good at it. And finally, the money's in a position where they can actually run their full setup. And this looks to be potentially another B take here. You can see a lot of numbers towards that side of the map. We have got one player, the A ramp, I believe. That's going to be Nafly, just showing presence at that point. As Aerial gets ready to be flashed in towards middle, potentially. Can just hold at the top of that ramp and confirm that underpass is clear, of course. But definitely in position to push if required.
Waiting in mid this time, changing his approach. Over and over again, back to connector. No smoke in the corner. Alu does check one, sees it, but won't get the chance to fire back. Just to peek to see if he'd rotated in. That allows Elise the information to work out. Sergey already has the kill to an aerial half wall. Pushed up mid. Good setup.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see they're getting some confidence now to run some of their setups. They can actually go for some aggressive plays and not just hold back in default crossfires and hope for the best. This is where Liquid will start to struggle now because they haven't really been focusing on the AWP on the T side. Up against the double, they want to bring it back out for Stu. Sergey has had such an amazing tournament so far. Definitely in contention for MVP. As he sits towards Shadow right now, he can hear the footsteps and he's going to get a free kill there. Take down Twist, and now just Nitro trying to cause any sort of financial damage he can. He won't be able to do it. Sergey with a clean finish, and they didn't take any damage there on the CT side. That's quite worrying for Liquid. They didn't do a single point of damage at all. So we got to get into round 12 here, and for now, there is one final buy for Liquid. We're going to see the Galils come out, so definitely running thin on supplies. That's going to be in the hands of NAF. 4 AKs, and most of the utility going to be back towards middle here.
Quite deep enough. 10 HP lost, that's all. 7 rounds already, but ENCE now have a chance to break Liquid. Build them up to a 3rd round bonus. Maybe they force on it. Alu's gonna find Stewie. So that's 2 down. Nitro and Stewie both gone. Aerial's in a great position with the lead presented to him, but Twist responding at least to finally get something going on the Liquid side. NAF, not the most efficient, but gets the kill on Sergey, opening up access to the A site. I say that, they've got a rotation, and unfortunately for them, bombs way back inside a horseshoe, so it's not like they can jump at it. But they get back within 1, and a divided defense, they can certainly pull this together.
AK, Galil, and Nafly waiting now.
And 2 ops CT side, just to note.
After 45 seconds, they can flash towards CT spawn. That's about as good as it gets. Nafly will just have to challenge out here. Heads down towards Shadow. It's Alexi B who's waiting very passively in spawn, like you mentioned, with the AWP. Almost going to allow them to plant it. The flashbang gives it that position, but the bomb does go down.
Flashbang's risky because he wasn't peeking it. Does hold them off, but could have tried to re-peek it as his vision came back and catch them rotating off. Twist. He gets in the sandwich position. NAF gets underneath of Shadow. Means they both don't have perfect vision toward the top of the CT stairs, but that may not matter because everyone right now is coming from jungle, and already NAF has found Twist is in a tight spot at this point, and they'll check it immediately. They'll have time for the defuse. 7-5.
Yeah, the retakes from ENCE throughout this tournament have looked very good, very calculated and calm. They've timed it very well. They've made sure everyone's there together, and they've got the utility down and the flashbangs in place just to make sure they've got a nice path and can work together and trade out. So that was a really strong round there, and I dare say this is where Liquid might be broken. Their last bonus starting to rack up, and with the bomb planted, I guess the partial buys there. But ENCE, ever since they got the double orb set up and they can start actually presenting some aggression to start, they've looked much better here. So CZ's pretty much across the board. We do have a Tech 9 for Nitro. He's been using that weapon a little bit more as they send 5 players towards the... It'll be apartments here. It'll be Twist to lead the charge, and he'll have to wait until that incendiary goes down before they can do anything with this. They have got smokes. I'd assume you'd see them on the left-hand side of the pillars. Either side there. Flash over, Molotov the van, and get stuck in. We'll see if it works out for them.
Next 7 takes out Twist. With a nade in, that's well timed. X7 already found the kill, but it certainly got and helped the position when they dropped in. NAF, dead. Only for 1 kill, only 1 kill in the round in total for Liquid. So money gonna be healthy now for ENCE. Chance that they could still win the half as well as they bring it back to within 1.
Yeah, it's looking much better for them. That was a very convincing hold towards B, no problems at all. Liquid starting to drop off in terms of pace. AK's out once again. Stewie 2K on the Galil this time. Up against a double orb setup. I would say more of an execution base game and would have to come out at this stage just to counter that fact, but we'll see if they're going to change things up. Once again, heading in towards B quite quickly here. Going to be falling off it. Stewie just showing a little bit of presence at the very start. Twisters will deploy the smoke, take vision away from potential orb on the other side. And again, Aerial confidence in middle is key because they've got full control of that position. This is a fake. The bomb's towards Palace.
Good spot. We'll see if ENCE gets spotted as well. Got the opener, fake or otherwise, they've got the control. This is one of those desperate plays where you want the rotation, you want to slip in, and then you hope the player who plants the bomb can hold his own until the rotation gets back the other direction. They are already sending a Liege that way, but Alu shuts down Stewie as well, and there's just nothing going in terms of Liquid opening the map.
This is weak from Liquid. You have to display that the execution a couple of times, I think, and commit off it before it's really going to work out for you. But that's much better. Gonna need a lot more where that came from. It'll be Naf only with one, though. Nice shot from Sergey with the AK-47 and CT spawn. And this is going to be left in a 4 versus 2. Not really much chance of a plan here unless the Liege can get this quick kill. Not going to happen. And Twist will have to battle for his life now on the A-bomb site.
Yeah, bomb's up above, so it's not even like they can grab it. Twist. Double peek, as they should do. Even if he gets one kill, he was going down. That was inevitable. And we're tied, 7-7. Good turnaround from ENCE. Much better control on the map.
Yeah, so they went for that B execution, right? That was the fake. They did the pillar smokes either side, did some flashes and Molotov. I feel like you have to at least send a couple of players in there, at least one, just to kind of sneak through, maybe get a kill. That's the most convincing way to find a frag. If you do all that and no one comes in and you haven't really even got out towards A, it can be an absolute nightmare to deal with and maybe overcomplicating things. They haven't really just done a clean A execution with the rifles just yet. This will be the final round, so I doubt we're going to see it as they go back into a default here. You can see it's a mixed bag at best. They've got a Desert Eagle on NAF, Mac 10 for Stewie, Nitro on the UMP. So a couple of rifles to operate with, and the Liege hasn't even got a helmet. So they're clutching at straws here, and I think you might be right. ENCE should be able to pick up the final round here, get for the reverse sweep.
Yeah, absolutely true. It was 7-2. Now 7-7. Don't forget as well the context of this final and what it means for Team Liquid, the Intel Grand Slam.
Absolutely.
1-1 with Astralis in terms of who has wins and is eligible so far. They're at this event, Astralis is not. Astralis will be at Cologne, Liquid will not be. So it's almost important, almost imperative that they find the second win now in order to stay in contention for that.
Very good point. Well, Liquid are off to a flying start. I don't think they can do much of this. They are finally going for the execution. I wanted to see this, but maybe not in a round where they've only got 2 rifles. We'll see if they can even break anyone down here. Ariel, he knows he's in a great position here. Should be a double kill for ENCE, but Twist denies it. They've got a slight advantage now. They need to commit and get stuck in towards that bomb site.
Alu dodging the flashes, but has no confidence to peek because there's so much more utility and players in his way. X7, all the way from Catwalk. Og, able to shut down the bomb plant. That makes matters rather desperate for Liquid, and he's got Stewie as well who tries to counter him off. Finally, Twist gets the shot back as he has to throw himself almost at the bomb. Forget caution, forget other angles, just get the job done, and it's down to just Alu to try and deny it in return. Both now safely in cover. Naf's not picked up a rifle, does have the armor. Nade, therefore, won't do as much damage. Too deep as well. Bounced off the wall behind the box, so he only took 7 damage, Naf. AWP entry. Has the kid already on his back, doesn't need to go searching for one. He's got a great shot on Naf. But time starts to be the problem. Twist, he'll hear him tap it, jump to check and see that he's still on it, and he'll hold it because he knows that if he gets off it for the op, it's not worth it at that point. Liquid just barely squeak out the win. 8-7 for the half, and we'll take a short break before we come back to see how this one finishes.
Yes, this audience were definitely quiet at the start of that last round. And then when Liquid managed to turn it around, they were on fire, just like Twist was. But this is ENCE's map pick. And they are now warmed up, and they got tricks up their sleeves. But will we see them in the second half? We'll find out after the break.
8-7 to start it on Mirage. This is what we call the key to the series. ENCE chose this. Liquid have the lead, but the form was certainly there in the latter stages of the half, having come back from 7-2, and they still absolutely have a chance to win this.
Yeah, it's anyone's game here on Mirage. Interesting, though. Nitro has pulled out the Julies. I've seen him do this a few times, and it hasn't worked out for him. He's currently sat on 4 kills and 12 deaths, not having the best game, hoping this will give him a resurgence, perhaps. He's got the defuse kit as well. His Julies were reduced in price to just $400 now, so it's no surprise a few pros are giving it a go. Get right to big fan, I know that much. As we'll see a very slow approach here from ENCE. Bomb all the way down in T-spawn. They are waiting for any CT aggression to come through. No one challenging at choke point. X7. He's the deepest on the map. He'll be challenging towards the window from underpass. Going to throw the Molotov as well, just to buy some space here. Smoke towards the connector position. It's Stewie 2 Kato. Open things up. That's going to be Sergey going down towards that Palace position. And a commitment towards short from ENCE.
Good shot. Gets Aerial down. Alexi and Alu finding kills either direction, but now it's going to be Nitro to pull one back. X7 is the only one left, and Nitro's already behind. Liquid find their 9th and their 2nd pistol win. I shouldn't say that, excuse me. It was actually the pistol that went against them. It was the conversion they stole back, but it's the momentum in their side yet again.
It absolutely is. 9-7 for Liquid. It's the Julies that do deliver this time. 2 kills for Nitro, those 2 weapons. Bit of a fake there from ENCE, trying to show a little bit of presence towards B. Didn't work out for them. The bomb in Palace. It tries to sneak through, but Stewie 2K denying the plan from CT Spawn. It is going to be the full eco here from ENCE. Not a single dollar invested in this round from what I can gather. Just Glocks, no armor, no flashes. Try and get the bomb planted any way possible, but it's not going well. It will be 4 kills for Team Liquid as they find double digits first. 10-7 now. A buy available on the ENCE side. Alu could get the AWP, but once again, it'd be glass cannon on the T side. Might just want to stick with the AK, get the utility and armor, but he's gone for it. The sniper has been brought out. He knows it probably won't be there on the Liquid side, considering they didn't lose a single player in the previous round here. So it'll be 3 for Masses, 2 MP9s. I assume Liquid will go for a push somewhere and try and get a kill. We will see as they do challenge up towards middle. Stewie's doing just that. He's going to see what he can do, and it's a challenge from NAF towards Palace as well. You can see them just trying to throw everything in ENCE's direction, and they've lost that opening pick, and I dare say ENCE will just commit towards A off this. And it'll only be Twist to defend as well. He'll be the only player there with a FAMAS. This is looking like a done round already. Nice work from Stewie.
Yep, good job as he gets toward top middle. That'll level it back out. MP9s. FAMAS, Twist, takes out Aerial. Elige. He's going to hold with range, at range. With an SMG that's not really designed for it, and Twist is taking a lot of damage. Smoke actually lets him be in a peculiar angle. Not in the open, but he is caught running, and X7 gets the headshot onto him. This opens up a lot of space on the A site now for ENCE. Perhaps their turn to take back momentum, take back control. Get a run on the T sides. Elige, though, still finds the headshot and the bomb. And what is essentially a bonus round. They've got the AK on Stewie. He's not yet in contention. It's the MP9s picking them apart, and Elige gets another onto Alu.
Yeah, pound for pound, MP9's going to be one of the strongest guns in the game. It saves this round as Liquid are off to a flying start here. They go up 11-7. Somehow they make that round work for them. They had FAMASs and MP9s up against AKs and an AWP, and they don't even blink. They look absolutely comfortable there. It was NAF that went down towards that Palace position, but somehow Twist did hold on. Alone towards A. He bought enough time with the initial kill, the smoke down. Damage to a second, then Elige arrives at the MP9. Really, really strong stuff. It has to be the eco here for ENCE. As they probe towards that underpass, Sergey will be towards Palace. Deagles are very effective on the T side of Mirage. NAF showed us that earlier, but will they be able to make a dent here? I'm not so sure. They have got 3 pieces of Kevlar, that's about it. No damage found just yet, and now Liquid are aware they are on those Deagles, so they will adjust accordingly and deny any opening shots.
Elige. X7's got the shot back. Lexi B takes out Stewie. Deagle working wonders for ENCE, and again they have the advantage. This time it's lesser weapons, but to great effect as they start to encroach on the A site once more. You have to watch for Nitro inside of the connector. Twist, good shot, but he's taking a lot of damage, and Nitro has to hold his own to allow Twist to continue to play relevantly in that position. Manages a second kill before going down, and all things considered, considering how much pressure was on him, not bad. They only survived with 2 players up, but it's still around 12-7.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Remember, ENCE have not had any luck in that department. They haven't stolen a round away yet with just Deagles or one rifle, anything like that. Liquid, they certainly won one in the first half. There was a second round. They brought out a single AK-47 and Deagles. They managed to win that, and we'll have to keep grinding here on their map pick. T side now, 12-7 down, running out of lives. And it goes in favor of Liquid. Move to overpass next, which I dare say is almost a lock-in for them. They've just looked way too good on that map. Great being exchanged, only X7 taking damage, down to 58. flashbang thrown in as Nitro will leap in towards the apartments here.
Stewie waits at the corner. Doubles up. Alu gets him back, but it's Stewie that still waits with the off down below. We saw a lot of aggression and successfully from ENCE in the first half toward mid. Elise showing that they've got some of their own, and Stewie follows and replicates by getting X7. Sergey realizes that if there's so much in mid, there might be something available at A, but Stewie comes back around and is looking solid on the AWP.
Yeah, this is the map he's really shone for Liquid, I have to say. It's looking very, very good. They've had an absolute belter of a CT side so far. It's going to be 5-0 in their favor. Stewie on that AWP, it's been ringing true all event, I have to say. And Twist on 23 frags. He's one of the names that maybe drops off in some of the grand finals. It's great to see him putting up such massive numbers here. And just looking at the scoreboard, we'll just have a little reflection considering it's a timeout right now. So Twist at the very top with 23, Elige second with 16, and Stewie 2K mid-table 13 frags. On the end side of the equation, we've got Alu, 17 kills. Makes sense. It's another great map for him with the AWP. He's been doing good work, but hasn't converted to many rounds. X7 with 13, same story for Ariel. And Alexi B, 6 and 14. He's dropped off in terms of numbers. And Maniac did say it's one of the win conditions for ENCE going into this grand final. I do need to see him turn up. The in-game leader has called for another partial buy. There's been so many of these for ENCE. It's been such a difficult game for them. The Eagles, P250s, Kevlar, a few basic grenades, and it looks to be an execution as well. Stewie, that's just not missing anything right now. Twist has found himself in a compromised position, but he has got back up at this point. Probably wants to rotate out. This still could get problematic. There's one kill for ENCE. But I think that's all they're going to be picking up here. Sergey looking for any desperate 1Ds at this point. The grenades coming through, bullets as well. It's another very clean round for Liquid. Their money is incredibly strong. They're up 14-7, and they're in touching distance now, Matt, of closing out ENCE's map pick of Mirage.
And that would be pretty monumental in this series, considering what we said about Overpass. The statistics, and I know that's sometimes hard to look at in black and white terms, but is 79% win rate over 19 maps for Team Liquid, a 30% win rate over 10 maps for ENCE. So as we say, that's going to be a very difficult ordeal. Stewie, that's an awkward one to find himself in, and they go down 2 men because of it, as well as Elige getting shot and taken down. The A side open this round, at least, looks like ENCE have something going.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Team Liquid biting off more than they could chew there towards middle. Nitro and NAF might as well hold on to their weapons. This is a done deal for ENCE. So it's their first round posted in the second half, finally. It's not too late until it reads 16 at the top. So this is absolutely fine. They'll be happy with this one. Should build up some confidence. And at this stage, all NAF can really hope to do is remove some of the money on the ENCE side. He can't do that from CT spawn. He'll be burnt to a crisp by X7. And now Nitro will do what he can. He's got the AK. Remember, you cannot buy that on the CT side, so it is always beneficial to try and hold on to it, but he's playing a smart angle here. I like this. The smoke drop, following up with the HE as well. Don't think it's enough for the frag, and it will be interesting to get that final kill. So nice to see him get a couple of kills just to add to his total. It's been a quiet game by his standards. So now we have a nice strong buy on the ENCE side. The AWP's out. Those AKs too. Managed to keep 3 players up in the previous round, so they're all good. And the AWP for Stewie once again. 4 orgs to accompany him. Heading towards that connect by the looks of things. Quick smoke in the Palace position. Astralis smoke down with the follow-up incendiary as well. We see this deep grenade always has the follow-up as you see T's hiding towards those cubby holes. No one there this time. It's actually funneled them back towards the A site. That's where they had success before. Can they replicate it here?
Stewie waits. Spot 1 down below. I think that was almost a sell because he went back for the peek on the low player, and that's exactly when Sergey struck from Palace. Twist. Manages to recover the AWP. Alu will burn Elige alive after he took down his teammate, so we remain 3-on-3. Bomb, though, is not planted, and that's the bigger concern. Because they're slowly running out of utility. There's no smokes left. 1 incendiary in terms of defensive or positional grenades, and they still have to work inside of the site. The smoke down in the connector, pretty much the only window of opportunity they have to safely plant. Nitro wants to work back in. Now he drops the bomb off. He wants to be the one to cover CT, rightfully so. The AWP, the best weapon suited for it. They'll play retake. They'll allow this.
No,
Big miss from Alu. That had to hit. Nitro goes beyond And Naf follows. Nitro has fallen to X7, but it's just Sergey. He's been so sharp throughout this event, but he needs to be now. Otherwise, this goes to map point for Liquid. And he's forced back toward A main. Flash to hold him off. He can still try and peek wide. Kits for both players on Liquid side, armor, but no utility. Nothing further. And they get on top of it. He's found the diffuser, but Twist gets the shot instead, and there's time enough. It's 15 for Liquid.
They bounce back there after getting the opening kill. ENCE will commit towards the A site. Stewie 2K, sniper removed. It's silence finally, and it wasn't quite enough. Twist has just been such an unstoppable force on that side of the map. Finds himself at 26 frags now, just posting crazy numbers here. We're only going to round number 24, remember. He has put up a bucket load of kills, as ENCE will find himself with maximum loss bonus, the bomb going down. There still is a buy, but now they need 7 clean rounds in a row on their T side of Mirage. Yes, their map pick, but it's not looking good. Liquid should be able to close this out no problem. And what a massive benefit that will be. They know overpass is a lock-in for them. As long as they don't cross that line, they should be absolutely fine to close it out 2-0. But got to finish this one first. ENCE are a tenacious team, doing what they can. They will operate in a default manner here. Twist not having any of it though, pushing towards that A ramp. He wants to get intel, and then bomb it around the corner. If he does somehow get this frag, then that could be it itself. Stewie 2K to open things up.
X7. Mirage will wait. Sergey's trapped. They know he's in there. Good find from Nitro. Alu already gone. Mirage waits for the reaction and sprays in. Twist is protecting him. Needs to do so. Has ball, but he's not ready for Alexi. All he had to do was hold off the bomb at A main, be ready for the fight of the second approach. But the fact that Sergey won out the duel against his teammate in Mirage means that now they have access. Not as Stewie continues to hit shots as Setch, and it is all on Sergey for map number 1. Liquid 16-8. They double up on the opposition, and they